Hey, what's up everyone? It's Larry the Batman fan here, and I'm back with another video. I'm sure that a lot of y'all have wanted to see more gaming videos. It's just a matter of time before I got some more GameCube games, because I was not going to film the video unless I had a decent amount of games to show. I picked up a GameCube a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I think it was a month ago. And I got it back from eBay, and thank God I finally got a system off of eBay that actually works, because a lot of the systems that I got off of eBay in the past, they end up not working. But the GameCube seems to work fine, thankfully. It did come with 5 games and a memory card and 1 controller and the cords, but I ended up picking up some more games, obviously, because I consider myself a collector, and plus, why would I only have 5 games? And a lot of these games that were in the lot weren't really my cup of tea, personally. But here they are. Madden NFL 2004. Like I said, it was part of the lot. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003. Part of the lot. These were also part of the lot, these 3 games. The Incredibles, which is actually a pretty good license game, movie license game. It's also available on PlayStation 2 as well. It might have been on the original Xbox as well, but I'm not entirely sure. And then the sequel, which I think was a GameCube exclusive, although I could be wrong, it might have been on PS2, is The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. And I have that here. I haven't played this one yet, I haven't had a chance, but I'm sure it's just as good as the first one, because the first one was actually a decent license game. And then they have the Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse for GameCube. It's only on GameCube. And those were the 5 games that it came with. So I mean, at least 3 of the games were not sports games. They weren't garbage like Madden and Tiger Woods. I also, in addition to that, picked up Crash Nitro Kart, which I know is on PlayStation 2 as well. This is a really fun kart racer game. I'd like to get Mario Kart Double Dash back, or at least one Mario game, but the problem is that the prices on GameCube games are really expensive, especially if it's like Zelda or Mario Kart, or a quality Nintendo product like Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Those games are really expensive. But anyways, this is a Crash Bandicoot kart racing game. It's very fun. Plays very similar to Mario Kart, and it is a blast to play. You're trying to win all the levels as Crash Bandicoot, Coco, Polar, or Crunch, because they're the good guys, those 4. And so you're trying to win the events to defeat Neo Cortex. It's pretty good. It also has a multiplayer in the game, up to 4 players, which is fun. Race around the track and, mess each other up. It's a lot of fun. Good game. GoldenEye Rogue Agent. One of the few first-person shooters on the Nintendo GameCube. It's not a bad game, but the one problem is that you don't play as James Bond in this game. You're playing as a rogue agent, who apparently is supposed to save James Bond, but he doesn't. He lets James Bond die. So then you're just playing some rogue agent through the levels. The multiplayer in this game is where it really shines. The multiplayer is a lot of fun, going against your friends. But the one problem with the GameCube version that me and Joseph found is when we switch from disc 1, it tells us to switch to disc 2. I put disc 2 in, and then it says please put in disc 1. Which makes no sense whatsoever. You didn't have that problem on the PS2. It would just go to multiplayer, but the GameCube version for some reason is idiotic and does that crap, and it's really annoying. But as a whole, I don't think it's a terrible game, but it could have been a lot better. And plus that one annoying thing with multiplayer, we couldn't figure out how to play multiplayer because of that problem. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2 is also on PS2 and GameCube. Xbox rather. But it's here on GameCube. This is a very fun sports game. I highly recommend it. A lot of fun. There's mission objectives that you do in the game, getting 10,000 points, 20,000 points. Like you'll knock over ladders in the first level of the game, and there's some other stuff that you got to do. It's a really good game. I recommend it. It plays a lot like Tony Hawk, except on bicycles, and it has a pretty good soundtrack with like Godsmack, and you get stuff from like Gangstar Guru, and some other tracks by Sum 41 and Rage Against the Machine, which was also pretty cool, and A Tribe Called Quest. So I liked it. It was pretty good. Turok Evolution, another good first-person shooter on the GameCube. It was also on the PS2. Might have been on the Xbox as well, but it's good. I recommend it. A lot of fun. Continue the Turok franchise. Shooting dinosaurs and blowing things up. I like it. Pretty good. SX Superstars. I saw gameplay on that. There's a couple of motorcycle racing games like Freestyle Metal X, American Chopper 2, and then you had another one, Jeremy McGrath, I believe. So there's a couple of options for those on GameCube, but I saw this one that looked pretty cool, so I decided to pick it up. It's a pretty fun racing game. This, which I got off of eBay, but didn't have the cover art. It's Spider-Man 2, just for y'all know. I really was a big fan of this game. It was a blast. A lot of fun. The announcer, played by Bruce Campbell, the guy that started Bird, known as Sam, was in this game. He was narrating the game. Sometimes it made it where you wanted to punch him in his face, because like he was annoying as a narrator in this game at times. But the game's really fun. It was the first damn near close to open world Spider-Man game where you could fly through the city and do the mission objectives when you wanted to, which was a blast. We didn't have a Spider-Man game before that was really like that. You couldn't fly through the city in the old Spider-Man games on the PlayStation 1. So that was really a nice touch for that game, and ended up being known as one of the best licensed games ever made. Of course, I had to get Resident Evil 4, being that I'm such a big Resident Evil fan. When the seller sent me the game, though, it had some top scratches on it, but I see that the discs were resurfaced, so it does play fine. But it's still, the seller was trying to get $35 for this game in that condition, so it's a good thing I made a best offer of $20 instead, because that would have been a total rip-off. But Resident Evil 4 is a great game. It was the last game that I could say I had some jump scares in. Best graphics are on the GameCube, surprisingly. The Wii version and the PS2 version don't hold up as well as the GameCube version in terms of graphics. And the game is awesome. You're trying to save the the president's daughter, Ashley, from a bunch of insane lunatics who go around. That guy, as you see, is a chainsaw. He could kill you in one hit unless you pop him in the head a few times. And all those other people that are the villagers in the game that have just become completely insane, and when they see Leon, they just want to kill you. Giant ass monsters that you fight, like that one on the back later on in the game, really adds to the atmosphere and the greatness of the game. And the boss battle is also pretty epic. So it is definitely one of the best GameCube games you could get, for sure. Really good game. I just wish the seller had sent me a better looking disc where it's not all scratched on the top. I got Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent. I got this for like $15 off of eBay. I played Double Agent on the PlayStation 3. Surprisingly, that game is entirely different. It plays different than the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube version, which is interesting. I think they also did put the game on 360, because it was during that time where they were starting to focus more on 360 and PlayStation 3 and Nintendo Wii at the time. I think it was also on the Nintendo Wii as well. But it's a good game, a good stealth game. I love the Splinter Cell games. The only problem is that they are really fucking hard. Like, really hard. But other than that, they're great games. Where you play as a secret agent, Sam Fisher. And then the last game I have here is Resident Evil 0, which is also a great Resident Evil game. You switch between these two characters 2 times of the game, and you work together to survive. One is a convicted criminal, and the other one happens to work for a police company, Stars or something. I forget. Rebecca Chambers is her name, and he's Billy. And they're trying to get off the train safely. There's a lot of spooky things on the train, a lot of zombies and stuff you had to kill in the first level. Yeah, it's a really good game. They did remake this game later on for the Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo Switch version I do have. It has this in the first game. The only thing is I can't play the first game because I bought it used, and the digital code was already used, so I might as well have just bought the game brand new. I could get the original game though on GameCube though, because I know it's available for GameCube, along with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and the rare Resident Evil Code Veronica X, which I have for PS2. But I do wish I had the GameCube version because it's gotten pretty pricey. So those are all the GameCube games that I have. I will definitely be getting a Mario game in my collection. I've seen Mario Party online, but they were just in such cruddy shape. Like, the discs were scratched, and I just was not going to pay that kind of money, like $40 for a scratched up disc. Just no thank you. I'm not doing that. I'm a collector, but I'm not buying a scratched up disc. So that's why you don't see any Mario in there. But I will be getting at least one Mario game for my GameCube collection, because I know it's a must. And maybe I'll get Geist back again. That would be nice to have Geist again, because that was a pretty good game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my GameCube collection here. I know it wasn't exactly the biggest collection. There's only 14 games there. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes with your collection videos, especially when you got tons of other collection videos, and it all varies on how many games you have for each console. It's always going to be a different number. So that's all I really got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Larry the Batman fan signing off. God bless you. Peace.